This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Monday, April 3rd, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. As many as 200 businesses from around the country will be in French Lick next week for Naval Surface Warfare Center Crane's Buying Indiana Expo, which gives businesses the opportunity to showcase their capabilities with the goal of securing government contracts. NSWC Small Business Deputy Matt Burkett.
You're going to have federal employees and government folks there, but as well as current support contractors, all in one room with an opportunity to engage and develop relationships in an attempt to work directly or indirectly with the Navy at Crane.
NSWC Crane says in fiscal 2022, it doled out $1.9 billion in contracts. That number is expected to grow this year. Amazon marked the official opening of its new Amazon Robotics Fulfillment Center in Fort Wayne on Sunday. The 630,000 square foot facility will employ about 1,000 people and includes what the online retail giant says is first of its kind robotics technology in Indiana. The Federal Economic Development Administration is awarding a $500,000 grant to Ivy Tech Community College in Kokomo. The funding, which is receiving a local match, will be used to help establish the Center of Excellence in Advanced Manufacturing, which has already received $1 million in state funding. The center is designed to provide training for students in the evolving advanced manufacturing industry. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Get ready, Southwest Indiana. We're headed your way. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the second annual Engage Southwest Indiana event, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Tuesday, April 11th at the Old National Events Plaza in Evansville. We'll be diving into regional and statewide initiatives with a focus on talent, education, and issues shaping our economy. More at ibj.com/engage.
Columbus-based Cummins is investing more than $1 billion in upgrades to its U.S. engine manufacturing facilities. IIB's Gary Dick has more.
The news comes on the same day that President Joe Biden visited the Cummins facility in Fridley, Minnesota. Cummins said in a news release the investment will support the company's clean energy efforts, including engine platforms that run on low-carbon fuels such as hydrogen. It will also help retain thousands of existing jobs and create hundreds more, the company said. At the Minnesota facility, Cummins' newly rebranded zero-emission technology business, Accelera, will manufacture electrolyzers, which are used to produce green hydrogen that can power hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. The company is investing $10 million to support electrolyzer production and create about 100 jobs by 2024. Cummins is also planning to invest $452 million in its Jamestown engine plant in western New York. The company said the plant will produce the industry's first fuel-agnostic internal combustion engine platform that can utilize lower-carbon fuel types. Cummins said details on additional investment in its Indiana and North Carolina facilities will be made public at a later date. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Circle City Broadcasting, which owns Wish TV Channel 8 and WNDY TV Channel 23 in Indianapolis, has been unsuccessful in a legal battle against AT&T, DirecTV, and Dish TV. CEO Dewan McCoy alleged the defendants engaged in racial discrimination over retransmission fees. Judge Tanya Walton Pratt dismissed two separate lawsuits, saying Circle City failed to present any evidence, direct or circumstantial, to support a reasonable inference of discriminatory motive. The CEO of 16 Tech Community Corporation in Indianapolis says last week's groundbreaking for a multi-million-dollar bridge connecting the 16 Tech Innovation District to the city's burgeoning health and life sciences corridor is much bigger than an infrastructure project. Emily Kruger said connecting the district to the new IU Indianapolis and Purdue Indianapolis campuses will be critical to the state's talent attraction efforts.
Today really represents that 16 Tech is here to stay. It's no longer a question. The vision of an innovation district in our city, as you acknowledge, is one that has more than 20 years of history. And it's a vision that required a lot of support, patience, and persistence. And it had quite a few hurdles in the past as well. And we've overcome a lot of those, and the project that we're breaking ground on today solidifies the fact that 16 Tech is a part of our downtown ecosystem. It's a part of the near west and near northwest neighborhoods, and the physical connection which will come from the bridge to our hospitals, to the IU Indianapolis, Purdue and Indianapolis campuses is really significant to catalyzing the further growth and development of 16 Tech.
Construction of the bridge is expected to be complete in summer 2024. A Black female entrepreneur is on a mission to disrupt stress in the workplace, and she's using virtual reality headsets to help do it with the help of a $48,000 grant.
Indianapolis-based PeakMind makes the software, which pairs with HP virtual reality headsets. Supported by the recent grant, 100 IMPD officers are visiting the PeakMind lab to use the headsets for 15 minutes before and after each shift to reduce stress. While the officers are immersed in various settings, PeakMind founder and CEO Dr. Alicia McCoy says the high-tech headsets also measure biometric data.
We're trying to understand stress within the police officer population, and we're studying the scientific measurements of how quickly we are lowering their blood pressure, their heart rate, their pupil size, pupil dilation, and their cognitive load when they're in our virtual reality headset.
McCoy says the technology could reduce stress in any workplace. While VR headsets aren't currently a common sight in most offices, the FDA has approved a long list of virtual and augmented reality therapies, noting they have the potential to change how and where care is delivered. Kylie Valletta, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Angie's List co-founder Angie Hicks is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.